Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. Now CAT 2024 is over and the next big examination that you must be targeting is XAT. And it is like if CAT was difficult for you, then XAT is going to be even more difficult. Not only that it has a separate section TM, but the other two sections also. Quant also is heavy and the verbal ability part is also challenging in XAT. Especially like you do not have just the RCs, but you also have the grammar and vocab part as well. And if you talk about the RCs, they are even more difficult as compared to CAT, reading wise plus question wise. And quant is also on the heavy side. So in this video, we are going to solve CAT XAT 2024 quant section, and there are 28 questions in this, and these are very lengthy questions. Like if you have seen the paper, great. If you have not seen, you will watch this and see the kind of questions that Zat asked last year. So in this video I'm going to solve the paper, and you will see efficient methods to solve questions, and probably you will learn some interesting methods to approach questions. So let's begin. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on social media platforms. In case you are preparing for XAT and are looking for mock tests, MBA Karo has mock tests for XAT as well. We are offering 5 full-length XAT mocks and 20 decision-making tests. And you will have video solutions for QADI section to understand the effective approach of solving these questions. So let's begin this thing with the first question. Or if you can see that this is the length of one question. So in Zad, you need to be very careful about choosing the questions. Like, for example, this question is a very lengthy one, and like each question carries 1 marks. So we will see different kind of questions that were asked, and we will discuss that whether this should have been attempted or not. Like, for example, it would be a question that worth skipping in exam, because a question, there are no group questions associated with it, right? So one must skip this question during the examination unless you are pro at quant, or you are not you understand that you are not able to perform in other two sections, and that is the only choice left. But if you are doing well on other sections, this is a question that one must skip. Let us see this question, how to solve it. It says in a small college, students are allowed to take only one specialization. Traditionally, only two specializations are offered, science and arts. Students enrolled to specialize in science must take physics and mathematics. So, if you are in science, you will take physics and mathematics. And those enrolled in arts must take economics and political science. So, if one is in arts, will take economics and political science. Now, students enrolled in science are not allowed to take either economics or political science, while those enrolled in arts are not allowed to take physics or mathematics. So, you cannot take the other branch subjects, right? So, if you are in arts, you cannot take mathematics and physics, you cannot take. And if you are in science, you cannot take economics or political science. That is the thing given to us. Now, the college recently started a third specialization called Mat Eco, requiring students to take economics and mathematics. So if a person is in Mat Eco, will have to take mathematics and economics, right? However, Mat Eco students would not be allowed to take physics or political science. They cannot take physics or political science in this. Right now, it says that when the college opens this new specialization for enrollment, it allows students originally enrolled in science or arts to switch to Mat Eco. So people who are originally in science or arts can join this branch. So initially what happens is, of the students originally enrolled in arts, 20 students switch to Matico. So 20 students switch to Matico, and it says this makes the number of students twice the number of art students, science students twice the number of art students. So what we will do before and after. So it says that after this switch, the number of science students is twice the number of art students. Suppose after the transfer there are X uh, your art students, So initially there are 2x science students and initially there will be x plus 20 art students. How x plus 20? Because 20 people have shifted to Matico. So now the remaining people are x and science students are double. After this, among the students who were originally enrolled in science, 45 students switched to Matico. So 45 science students moved to Matico. Now the number would become 2x minus 45. Right. Now we are given that this makes the number of art students twice the number of science students. So this is twice of this. So we know that x is equal to 2 times of 2x minus 45, which is equal to 4x minus 90, or this gives us x equal to 30. Okay, 3x is equal to 90, x will be 30. Now x is 30. We need to find this thing that in total, how many students from among those originally enrolled in science or arts are now taking economics. So we will do before and after. For this is for science and this is arts, before and after. So the value of x is 30. So this is 60 students were in science. Now there are 15 students in science. And in arts there were 50 students and now there are 30 students in arts. Okay. Now the question is, how many students originally enrolled in science or arts are now taking economics? Now if you see, from science 45 students have moved. So these 45 students will now have economics. Art students, they already had economics. Okay. So like all of them are already in economics. So this is 50. So total we have 95 students who have now economics. Okay. So the answer is 95. So this was a question which was not worth attempting in the examination because of its length. Okay, let's look at the next question. Now this is a smaller question, shorter question I mean, and this should have been attempted in the question examination. So let's see. This says in a school the number of students in each class from class 1 to 10 in that order are in arithmetic progression, and the total number of students from class to 1 to 5th is twice the total number of students from class 6th to 10th. It further says the total number of students from class 1 to 4 is 462. How many students are there in class 6th? So we have 10 classes like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. It is given that this is an arithmetic progression. And it says the total number of students from class 1 to 5th. So this is the total from 1 to 5th is twice the number of students from 6 to 10. So suppose there are x students from 6 to 10th. So there will be 2x students from 1st to 5th. So we know that this AP is decreasing in nature because total is going down, right? Like यहाँ पे 2x students है, यहाँ पे x है. So definitely the common difference is negative. So D will be negative in this AP. Right. The next thing that is given to us is the total number of students from 1 to 4 is 462. So this total is 462. We need to find the number of students in class 6th. Yeah. So how will we do? We will use the sum formula. Okay. What is sum of AP? S is equal to n by 2 A plus L. Okay. That is the sum of an AP. Now if you take S10 upon S5, the ratio is known to us because we know the sum of first 10 terms and the sum of first 5 terms. We know their ratios. So we can use that to figure out the answer. Okay, so let's use that ratio. So sum of 10 terms is given by 10 by 2 A plus L, or you can also say A plus 2A plus N minus 1 D. So A plus L is 2A plus N minus 1D. Or like the first term is A, this is 9D. So 2A plus 9D. And sum of first 5 terms is 5 by 2, 2A plus 4D. Okay, so this is what we will get. Now it is given that sum of first 10 terms is 3x, 2x plus x. Total is 3x. Okay. So and sum of first 5 terms is 2x. So it is 3 by 2. Let's just do some clarification. So this is 3 by 2, 2a plus 90, cross multiply kar lo. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8a plus 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 9, 36d equals 3 into 2a, that is 6a, plus 3 into 4d, that is 12d. So when we simplify, we will get 2a is equal to minus 24d, or a is equal to minus 12d, right? A is minus 12d, or you can say d is minus a by 12, right? So this is what we have got. Now we will use the sum for 4 terms, because this sum is given to us for 4 terms. So sum of 4 terms is 4 by 2, 2a plus 3b. Okay, that is equal to 462. So 2 times becomes 231, and 2a will be minus 12d. Okay, so we can replace a by 12d. So we will get minus 24 plus 3, minus 21d is equal to 231. Or when we divide, we will get d is equal to minus 11. So it is divisible by 11. So d is equal to minus 11. D is minus 11 and a will be 12 into 11 is 132. So that is what we will get as the AP. The first term is 132 and the common difference is 11. So we need to find the number of students in class 6. Class 6 means A plus 5D. Okay, 132 minus 55. The answer is 77. Okay, so that will be the answer here. A flight traveling to a destination 11,200 kilometers away was supposed to take off at 6:30 a.m. Due to bad weather, the departure of the flight got delayed by 3 hours. The pilot increased the average speed of the airplane by 100 km per hour from the initially planned average speed to reduce the overall delay to 1 hour. Had the pilot increased the average speed by 350 km per hour from the initially planned average speed, when would have the flight reached its destination? So, question based on time, speed, distance. So let's process all the data. So this is what happens in XAT. The questions are data heavy. Okay, so you will have a lot of data given. You need to process that data carefully. So it says that the flight was supposed to take off at 6:30 a.m. Okay, and due to bad weather, it got delayed and by 3 hours. So it took off at 9:30. So let us say we will make the TSD framework time, speed, and distance. So distance is 11,200 kilometers. So let us say the original time taken is T hours and the speed is S, because we do not know the speed. Now what happens is the departure of the flight got delayed by 3 hours and the speed was increased by 100 kilometer per hour. So new speed is S plus 100, right? The overall delay was 1 hour. Overall delay was 1 hour. Now you need some thinking here that the time will not be 1 hour more, it will be 2 hour less. Now let us understand it through an example. Let us say, suppose 6:30 se start anything, right? And it was supposed to reach at, let us say, time. I'm taking a hypothetical number. So let us say the time was X. Okay. So duration कितना होना चाहिए था? Or let's write 6, let's write it 6.5 to get it a better perspective. Let us say X 6.5. So duration would have been X minus 6. That will be the time. Now it started at 9:30 because it is delayed by 3 hours and the final time is increased by 1 hour, right? So when you subtract it, you will get X minus 8.5. So there is a gap of 2 hours. Okay, so it is like time is reduced by 2 hours. Let us take a number to further get a better perspective. Now that is not the actual number. Suppose it was supposed to reach at, this is to explain, right, to how to get that number. Suppose it was supposed to reach at uh, let's say 12:30. Okay, this is not the correct number, but just to explain that how do we get the timed thing. So suppose it was supposed to reach at 12:30, it will be taking 6 hours, but it is reaching at 1:30. Now in this case it is taking only 4 hours, so we have a reduction of 2 hours and time. So if you can understand this thing, then like you do not have to make this case, right? It is just a case to explain, right? And the distance is again 11,200. Now, in such questions, we will solve it two ways. One is we will make quadratic equations and solve, right? So, first equation will be s into t is 11,200. Second equation is t minus 2 into s plus 100. So, we will get st, right, minus 2s plus 100t minus 200 is equal to 11,200. Okay, so st is equal to 11,200, so this can be knocked off. So we will get 100t minus 2s is equal to 200, or we can get that we can simplify it, 50t minus s is equal to 100, or s will be equal to 50t minus 100, right? So one way to solve is you put this s in this equation and solve it, right? So this is the time, speed and distance. So one way is you put s equal to 50t minus 100 in this equation and solve for it, you will get an answer. But in such questions you need to be vigilant. Vigilant in what sense is, see this thing that we are given that, like the distance is 11,200, speed is increased by 100. ठीक है, तो आपको ये थोड़ा दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा कि think of two numbers which are like different. The difference between the numbers is 100, and uh, they are factors of 11,200. थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे vigilance चाहिए होता है. So 112, if you know the factors, we have 1 as a factor, 2 as a factor, 4 as a factor, 7 as a factor, 8 as a factor. Now, if you see, like this is hit and trial, and of course, the knowledge of numbers helps you. If you have that knowledge, definitely you will avoid all this thing. ये बहुत time consuming thing होता है. Okay, if you are applying this time consuming equation method, definitely you know the concepts, but you do not know the right methods. तो आप ला सकते हो 95 percentile ला सकते हो, but not that 99 percentile. So you need to be smart enough to apply such rules. Like, so if you put, like we will do hit and trial, suppose I put 700 because I know कि 700 भी factor है, 800 भी factor है. Okay, so if I put 700 and 800, 7 into 16 is 112, so I'm getting t as 16, and in this case I'm getting t as 14. Does this fit? देख लो, 16 into 700 is 11,200, fitting. Now if you decrease by 2, it will be 14 hours and 800, again fitting. So that means the original time is 16 hours and speed is 700 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is what you need to be good at. Be good with numbers in order to ace the examination. तो ये तो आपको करना पड़ेगा, because if you use the quadratic equation method, it is going to be a very long way. Okay, so that depends. Like if you have practiced well, you are pro at it. Now it says, had the pilot increased the average by 350 km per hour. So now if the average speed was 1050, what would be the time taken, that we need to find. Now 700 to 1050, or you can say that it is 50% increase, 1.5 times. Okay, so the time will be, like you can say that speed ratio 3 by 2 times. So time taken will be 2 by 3. So time taken will be 2 by 3 of 16. So 16 into 2 by 3, that is 32 by 3 hours. Or you want to directly divide, अगर ratio समझ में नहीं आ रहा, 11,200 when you divide by 1050. So you get divisibility by 50. So that will be 224, and by 50 you will get 21. By 7 it will be 32 by 3. So 32 by 3 hours means 10 hours, and 2 by 3 hours means 40 minutes. Okay, so it will take 10 hour 40 minutes in this case. Now 10 hour 40 minutes. Now when is the flight starting? The flight is not starting at 6:30. It is 3 hours delayed. So it starts at 9:30. Starting time 9:30 होगा. How much time is taking? 10 hours and 40 minutes. So 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 means 10 extra minutes and one more hour, that is 20:10 or 8:10 p.m. So that is the answer. So it was a very good question of time, speed, distance, and applying the properties of numbers, you could solve it faster. Let's move on to the next question. This is an easy question. Now, in that there will be a mix of some doable questions. अब देखो एक लाइन का question or two lines you can call it max. A two-line question definitely much better than reading a whole passage and doing it. It says we have an equation in log and x is a real number. We need to find how many solutions does it have. So we have log 5 x minus 2 and this is 2 log 25. So we can say 2 log 5 square 2x minus 4 and here we have log 5 x minus 2, right? Now when you have power in take the power of base, it comes to this side and becomes 1 by 2. Okay, so it is square, so it will become 1 by 2 this side and 2 into 1 by 2 is 1. So we will have log 5 x minus 2 is equal to log 5 2x minus 4. Now what we see is the base is same on both sides. So we can say x minus 2 is equal to 2x minus 4 or which gives us x is equal to 2. Now if x is equal to 2, this becomes 0 on both sides. So we know that the argument cannot be 0. So log AB, in this case, A and B should be greater than 0 and A should not be equal to 1. So this argument cannot be 0. Hence, there is no solution. Now this was a very easy question and could have fetched you a marks. So the thing is, in XAT you need to be vigilant which questions to attempt. If you attempt questions judicially, you can definitely solve these questions fast. The cost of running a movie theater is rupees 10,000 per day plus additional 5,000 per show. The theater has 200 seats. A new movie released on Friday. There are 3 shows where the ticket price were 250 each for the first 2 shows and 200 for the late night show. For all shows together, the total occupancy was 80%. Maximum amount of profit. Okay. So what is profit? Profit is, there were a couple of questions on profit maximization in this, right? Now profit is your revenue minus cost. Now what is the cost? The cost is 10,000 per day, right? And 5,000 per show. So 3 shows. So cost is fixed. The cost of running this theater is fixed. So that means if you have to maximize the profit, you need to maximize the revenue also, isn't it? So we need to maximize the revenue also. So cost is fixed, which is 25,000. We will find the maximum profit by maximizing the revenue. Now revenue कैसे maximize होगा? In the first show, we have 250 as the ticket price and revenue. 250 as the price and 250 is the price. So this is show 1, show 2 and show 3. Now we are given that there is a total occupancy of 80%. So there are 200 seats, 200 into 3, that is 600 seats and 80% occupancy. That means 480 is the occupancy. Now we need to maximize the revenue, right? So we have to assign minimum number of tickets. See, देखो इनका price same है. This price is, sorry, third price was 200. Now this price is less, so we will try to give the minimum seats here. Because you have to maximize revenue. So make this make the theater full for other 2 shows. ठीक है, जिस शो में टिकट प्राइस कम है उसे कम करना है, right? So we will put 480 people. So we will give 200 people here, 200 people here and 80 people here. What did we do? We minimize the number of seats so that we get the maximum revenue. Because if you minimize seats here, the revenue will be less. So to maximize revenue, try to fill the seats where the revenue per person is highest. So this will give us 50,000 250 into 200, again 50,000. And this is 200 into 8, that is 16,000. So total revenue is 116,000. So maximum revenue is 116,000. Cost is 25,000. So that means maximum profit can be 91,000. So a logical question could have been done easily. So that was the answer to this question. Now let's look at the next question. This was again based on maximum profit. Let's see how to do this question. It says FS food stall sells only chicken biryani. If FS fixes a selling price of rupees 160 per plate, 300 plates of biryani are sold. For each increase in the selling price by rupees 10 per plate, 10 fewer plates are sold. Similarly, for each decrease in the selling price by rupees 10 per plate, 10 more plates were sold. FS incurs a cost of rupees 120 per plate of biryani and has decided that the selling price will never be less than the cost price. Okay, and moreover, due to capacity constraints, more than 400 plates cannot be produced in a day. If the selling price on any given day is the same for all the plates and can only be a multiple of rupees 10, what is the maximum profit that FS can achieve in a day? Okay, so let us see that how to approach this question making equations, and could have been done by hit and trial also, but avoid hit and trial. Instead, like we will use the equations. Okay, so hidden trial se bhi ho jayega, like you will put different values and get the result. But let's see that how to approach this question. So let us fill in the data points. One is cost is 120 per plate, right? Now we are given that the person has to, selling price will never be less than the cost price. So selling price, a person has to make profit, right? So selling price has to be greater than 120, and also the plates more than 400 cannot be produced. So plates maximum can go up to 400. Okay, so that is the constraint, because otherwise the person will keep selling several plates. But anyway, this constraint is not useful. When you see this data is redundant. So what it says is, if you are selling plates 160, the plates and the cost. So if you're selling at 160 per plate, 300 plates are sold. And it says that if you increase the selling price by 10 per plate, so this is the selling price. If you increase by 10 per plate, lesser plates will be sold. Okay, now if you increase by 10 further, if you increase, then even lesser will be sold, and so on. Similarly, if you decrease the selling price, 10 more plates are sold, so it will be 310, right? And if you make it 140, it will be 320. 130, it will be 330. Okay, so that is what is given to us. Now one way is you calculate all the prices, but that is going to be too challenging thing, because you will not keep calculating for all values. Okay, so what we need to do is, we need to find that what will be the what is the optimum price for maximum profit, right? Suppose the person, and it is also given that the selling price has to be a multiple of rupees 10, right? So let us say the selling price is, let's say 160. See, it can be positive or negative, right? That does not matter, that we will get as the result. So if the selling price is 160 plus 10t, okay, suppose we make the selling price 160 plus 10t, what will be the number of plates sold? So number of plates will be 300 minus 10t. Okay, so that the selling price is 160 plus 10t, the number of plates will be like 300 minus 10t, right? So that is what we will get as the total revenue. Okay, total revenue. Okay, so we need to find maximum profit, and what will be the cost. So this is the revenue. Revenue is 160 plus 10t into 300 minus 10t. And what is the cost? We are selling 300 minus 10t plates. So 300 minus 10t. And per plate the cost is 200 rupees. So what is the profit? Profit is the difference between the two. So when you subtract, we will get 10t plus 40. And this is common, 300 minus 10t. That is the common part. Okay. And if we subtract, we will get 10t plus 40. Now we need to find the maximum. So we will maximize this expression. We will get minus 100t square minus 3000t plus 3000t minus 400t. So plus 2600t and plus 12,000. So this is what we will get, right? Now this is the profit. Now we need to find the maximum value of it. So we know that it is maximum at a quadratic expression is maximum or minimum at minus b upon 2a. So this is minus 260, 2600 upon minus 200, that is 13. So we will put t is equal to 13, right? So it will happen, maximum profit will happen at t is equal to 13. So put t is equal to 13 here. So maximum profit will be 130 plus 40, 170, and 130, 300 minus 130 is 170. So 170 into 170, that will be the maximum profit, or 28,900. So that will be the maximum profit. So this can be done algebraically in this method. Otherwise, hit and trial, you put all the values, you keep trying, because if you keep trying, the selling price is turning out to be 290. So आपको 290 पे maximum आता. So by hit and trial also you could have got, because you would get at maximum price at 290. So you could have tried different values, and this is the proper way to do it, to form equation of revenue, selling price per plate into number of plates, minus using the formula for cost and getting the formula for profit, and maximize that quadratic expression. So this is the solution, 28,900. All right, let's see the next question. Interesting question on geometry. It says that a farmer has a triangular plot of land, and one side of the plot, henceforth called the base, is 300 feet long, and the other two sides are equal. So we have an isosceles triangle. One side is 300 and the other two sides are equal. It also says that the perpendicular distance from the corner of the plot where the two equal sides meet to the base is 200 feet. That means this is 200 feet. Right? Now, the next thing he is given is that to counter the adverse effect of climate change, the farmer wants to dig a circular pond. He plans that half of the circular area will be inside the triangular plot and the other half will be outside, which he will purchase at the market rate from his neighbor. Okay. So, further, it is given that the diameter of the circular plot is entirely contained in the base. So, diameter is in the base, and the circumference of the pond touches the two equal sides of the triangle from inside. So, basically, long story short, the circle is somewhat like this. Right? Now, half of the land is available with him in the plot itself, right? And half of the land he has to buy. He will purchase half of the land. He will purchase from his neighbor. So this is what he needs to purchase. So basically, the semicircle needs to be purchased, and you need to find the cost of this land, right? If the market rate per square feet of the land is rupees 1400, so we need to find the area of this land and multiply by 1400. Now, how do we find the area? Semicircle का area निकालना है. Semicircle area means we need to know the radius. Okay, so let's do this. It's a very beautiful question. First of all, let's take this as the perpendicular. That will be the radius because it is touching this surface. So tangent होगा. So this is perpendicular. So this is the radius. Now this is an isosceles triangle. So in isosceles triangle, if you are drawing this the length, it will cut into two equal parts. So this is going to be 150 and 150. And if this is 150, this is 200. The hypotenuse is 250. Okay, so ये side length आपकी 250 होगी. Now consider the area of this triangle. Let us say this triangle is ABC. Okay, so like area of triangle ABC is half of AC into BC. Okay, that is equal to half of AB into R. So that is how we can find the the in radius, right? So we need to find this length of R. So that is a half of gets cancelled, AC into BC. AC is 200, BC is 150, AB is 250, and that is R. So we will get R as 200 into, we can just divide by 50 here, 4 and 5, 30 or 120. So R is 120, right? So we got that radius also, right? Now R is done. We need to find the cost of land. So we need to find the area of this semicircle. Area of semicircle is pi r square upon 2, right? And by the cost of land. That will be the total cost of this land. So pi is 22 by 7, r square is 144, 100 by 2, and this is 1400 is the cost of land. Right. So what we will get? 14 goes away. So this remains as 100. So two zeros, ignore that. Four zeros in the end. We have 144 into 22. Now 144 into 22, you do not even have to multiply. It will end in 8, we know. Okay, 4 zeros तो हो गए. Or it cannot be 7,428. Like if you multiply 144 into 22, we know this last digit is 8, which is present in this option and this option. It cannot be like 743. Or like 22 is a small number, you can multiply also. 22 into 4 is 88. 8 carries 96. 9 carries 31. So 3168. 4 times 0, that is our answer. So good application of geometry in this question, and like really like the question in the examination. Okay, so here's the next question on data sufficiency. It says a group of boys is practicing football in a rectangular ground. Raju and Ratin are standing at the two opposite midpoints of the two shorter sides. So we have two people, Raju and Ratan. So this is Raju, this is Ratan. And Raju has the ball who passes it to Rivu, who is standing somewhere on one of the longer sides. So it is Rivu. Raju sends to Rivu and Rivu sends to Ratan. Okay, fine, that is correct, but we need to check something. Rivu holds the ball for 3 seconds, passes it to Ratan. Fine, Ratan holds the ball for 2 seconds and passes it back to Raju. Fine, that is okay. The path of the ball from Raju to Rivu makes a right angle with the path of the ball from Rivu to Ratan. Now, this is the information worth considering. The path of the ball from Raju to Rivu makes a right angle with the path of the ball from Rivu to Ratan. Okay, so it shows that this angle is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. So we need to tell the speed of the ball whenever passed is always, so speed of the ball is constant, fine. And the ball always moves on straight line, fine. We are given two statements. The dimension of the ground is 80 into 50. Right? First statement says 80 by 50 the ground is. Second says area of the triangle is 1000 square meter. We need to tell that how many seconds will it take for Raju to get the ball back since he passed it to Rivu. The question is not about finding the time. It is a data sufficiency question. So if you know the lengths, okay, so if you know the lengths, speed to deviate, right? Pause time is given there, how much time will it take, holding time. So we can find that. So we need to see that in how much time, what is the distance? Basically, if you are able to find the distance, that will be sufficient to answer the question. So first statement says that this is 80 by 50. So we can find out at what point will it make right angle triangle. So first statement is sufficient. Okay. Second statement says area of the triangle formed is 1000 square meter. Now, if dimensions are not given, area of triangle can be 1000 in any format, right? ऐसे भी हो सकता है, like a triangle is taller like this, or a triangle is very, you would say, like of this format. When we are given area, we cannot find the total distance because the triangle can be of this format. Okay, a triangle can be of this format. So this statement is not sufficient. So one alone is sufficient to answer the question. So the key in data sufficiency is you are not supposed to calculate the answer. You just have to tell whether the data is sufficient to answer the question. If you can get the answer from that, that's great. So as long as you are able to get the answer, that is the key of data sufficiency question. हमें time नहीं निकालना है, right? We just have to tell that can we get the distance, and yes, from one alone we can get that distance. Okay, so here's the next question from number system. Now this is a doable one. Like compared to this is something which you should skip in exam because you have to read a lot, process the information and solve it. But this is something that you should attempt in the examination. Short and sweet question. Concept of numbers. It says the least common multiple of number 990 and 6930. Of a number and 990 is 6930. So there is a number n and 990 LCM is 6930. The greatest common divisor of that number and 550 is 110. So LCM of n and 990 is 6930. Right? Now, if you notice, 990 into 7 gives us 6930. So that means the other number should be a multiple of 7. So n will be a multiple of 7. Similarly, we are given that HCF of n and 550 is equal to 110, right? Now n is HCF is 110. So it means that n should be a multiple of 110 also, because HCF 110 is, that is, it means it is divisible by 110. So we need to find the sum of the digits of the least possible value of that. The number is divisible by 7 and it is also divisible by 110. So least possible value of n, the minimum value is 770 because it is divisible by 7 and also divisible by 110. So it is 770. So sum of digits is 14. So easy question and should have been done in the examination as compared to the ones that we saw, very lengthy ones. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. It says the roots of the polynomial are the radii of three concentric circles. The ratio of their area when arranged from the largest to the smallest is. Okay, again an easy question. इसमें आपको quadratic equation solve करना था and उसके roots का ratio you need to find the that is the radius and you need to find the ratio of areas. Now here I will tell you a very interesting way to solve these questions very fast. This enabled me to solve the question within 30 seconds in the exam. Okay, what people do is factorization, right? You would be finding that okay, we have 2x cubed minus 11x square plus 17x minus 6 equals to 0. So you think of whether it will be x equal to 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2. Right, that's a right way to think. Like you put x equal to 1, 2, hit and trial, right? So you have 1, 2, 3. You try plus and minus combinations and figure out what are the rules. Right? ऐसे निकालते हो. I'll tell you an interesting way, a very, very interesting way to solve this question. And I hope you will like that way. So what we do is first assume, like put x equal to 10. Okay, we will change it back. So if you put x equal to 10, what is the expression? 2000 minus 1100 plus 170 minus 6. So कितना हो गया? 900, 1070, 1064. Okay, put x equal to 10, just done. Now factorize the number. Factorize 1064 divisible by 8. लग रहा है लास्ट के 3 digits 064 है. So if you divide by 8, 8 into 13 is 104. Okay, and 24, 133. 133 is again 19 into 7. If you are well versed with these numbers, like now this technique works when you are good with numbers. 8 into 19 into 7. So we can say this is 19 into 8 into 7. अब क्या करेंगे, जो हमने x को 10 माना था, we will reverse it. ठीक है, रिवर्स कैसे करेंगे? 19 can be written as 2x minus 1, 20 minus 1, x minus 2 and x minus 3. Okay, so we get these as the roots. Like instead of putting x equal to 1, 2, 3, trying it, you can do it this way also. Okay, so this is an interesting method. And if you found it useful, please don't forget to like this video and tell others also this is an interesting way to solve the equations, which probably you might be seeing for the very first time. Okay, so a roots nikal gaye. So what are the values of x? X is 1 by 2, 2 and 3, right? So 1 by 2, 2 and 3. Now what we will do is the ratio of the sides is 1 ratio 4 ratio 9, right? So we need to tell that ratio of their areas, right? And 149 is the ratio of sorry 146 will be the radius. Area will be in the ratio 1 ratio 16 ratio 36. 1 to 3 and half to 3 multiply by 2. So radius is 146, area will be 116 and 36. So the answer is option 4. Okay, comparatively easy, I would say easy to moderate and should have been done in the examination. Even if you did not know this approach, you could have at least factorized the equation and solved it. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, and now we are going to see the next question. Before that, please do like the video and share it with your friends who ask for XAT 2024 solution. You can check XAT 2023, 22 and 21 solutions also on our channel, and I have solved a paper in many uh, like a great manner. And in case you are preparing for XAT 2025 and are looking for a crash course, so we have a crash course which was combined for CAT and XAT. So we have covered the CAT specific portion. We are yet to cover the XAT portion. We have started with the DM classes also. So in this, you will have access to 150 plus hours of class content, recorded concept videos, practice sheets for all topics, doubt resolution group. You will get 10 XAT mocks, 20 DM tests, and grammar course. So it is available for just for 6,000 rupees. You can check the link in the description of this video in order to enroll in it. So this is going to help you for cracking XAT because सारा इसमें cover होगा and you will get mock test also. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. It says a local restaurant has 16 vegetarian items and 9 non-vegetarian items in their menu. Some items contain gluten while the rest are gluten free. One evening, Rohit and his friends went to the restaurant. They planned to choose two different items, vegetarian items, and three different non-vegetarian items from the entire menu. So Rohit and friends, they picked out of 16 vegetarian items and 9 non-veg items. So they picked two different vegetarian items and three different non-veg items. So that is the number of selections they can make. Then it is given that later Bela and her friends also went to the same restaurant. They planned to choose two different vegetarian items and one non-vegetarian item only from the gluten-free options. So they chose only from the gluten-free options. Now we do not know how many gluten-free items are there. So let us say veg and non-veg. This is gluten-free. So let us say there are A items of veg that are gluten-free and B items of non-veg that are gluten-free. Okay. So now how many are there, PD? Two vegetarian items. So A, C2 and this is B, C1. Now it is given that the number of item combinations that Rohit and his friends could choose given their plan was 12 times the number of combinations. So जो इतने combination है, it is 12 times the number of combinations of the second person. That is Bela and those, the ones who are trying the gluten-free items. Now the question is asking how many menu items contain gluten? Right. So very good question on combinations. So if one is well versed with the concept of combinations, could have done it. So let's see this. So 16C2 is 16 into 15 by 2 and 9C3 is 987 by 6. Right. And 12 into 9AC2. This is not 9, this is A and B. So AC2 means A minus 1 by 2 and 6BC1 is B. So we can knock off 2 and 2, 9, 8 is, uh, so it becomes 12, 12 and 12 get cancelled. So now compare the like terms on both sides. So we have 16 into 15 into 7, that is equal to A into A minus 1 into B. Okay, so if you compare these terms, we get A is equal to 16 and B is equal to 7. Okay, so these are gluten free. There are 25 items and 23 items are gluten free. So that means there are two items that contain gluten and these two items are non-veg items. Okay, so if the question could have been asked how many veg items contain gluten. So none of the veg items contain gluten. So two non-veg items are there that contain gluten. So again, a very good question on combinations. Consider the system of two linear equations as follows: 3x plus 21y plus p equals to 0 and qx plus ry minus 7 equals to 0, where p, q, r are real numbers. Which of the following statements definitely contradicts the fact that the lines represented by the two equations are coinciding? So coinciding means that the equation has no solution. No, not no solution, but infinite solution. Infinite solution. So what is the concept of infinite solution? So we have the coefficient of x as 3 and here we have the coefficient of x as cube. Coefficient of y is 21 and it is r, so that will be equal to 21 by r. The coefficient of constant is p and here we have minus 7. So this should be the condition for infinite solution, that is the coinciding lines. Coinciding lines means ये दो lines आपकी एक के ऊपर एक है. So that means these are, that is the scenario that we have, uh, like the ratio of coefficient is equal for all, right? Now the first condition is p and q must have opposite signs. Now it is quite evident if p is negative, q is positive and vice versa. So this is true. We need to tell definitely contradicts, right? Which should not be true. The smallest among p, q and r is r. Let's see. If you take, let's just take some value. Okay, if you take p negative, so what will happen? That r will be positive. So that is not possible, right? But if you take p as positive number, p positive लेंगे तो हमें बाकी दो को negative रखना पड़ेगा. So let's just take p as 7, just to, because we have to tell that which of the following is definitely wrong. Because if you take p minus 7, that is wrong, but it is not definitely wrong. So if you put p equal to 7, this is minus 1. This should be minus 1. 21 by r should be minus 1 and this should be 3 upon q, that will be minus 1. So this will give us r is equal to minus 21 and q will be equal to minus 3. So r is the lowest. So this is also possible. Okay. The largest among p, q and r is q. Now what we took is, we took p as positive. We saw that the largest is p. So if we take p positive, that means p is the largest, right? If you take p negative, suppose we take p negative and see which is the largest in that case. So isko just reverse kar lete hain. Like if you put p is equal to minus 7, just reverse the sign. If you put p is equal to minus 7, then r will be 21 and q will be 3, right? So if p is negative, it is r which is going to be the highest. So this is contradictory. So q cannot be the largest. Okay, so that is the answer. Let us check the other two options also. R and Q must have same signs. So that is true because R and Q are either both positive or both negative. So this is true. Last says P cannot be 0. So P cannot be 0. That is also true. Because if you make P equal to 0, we cannot have these two equations equal to 0. So that means that these three are true. Second statement is possible. This is definitely the false one. We needed to pick the false statement. So a good question on a conceptual question, I would say, based on the concept of linear equations. Let's move on to the next question. A question based on number systems. It says consider a four-digit number of the form a triple b. That is the first digit is a triple b, and the last three digits are all b. Which of the following conditions is both necessary and sufficient to ensure that the four-digit number is divisible by a? Right now, if you look at a, this number can be written as 1000a plus triple b. Right now, whenever we have a number of this format, three digits repeated like VBB, right? So VBB means that it can be 111, it can be 222, it can be 333, and so on. So basically, if you know this property that 37 into 3 is triple one, right? So 37 into 3 is triple one. So it is a multiple of triple one, right? So BBB means that it is 37 into 3 and whatever is B. Like let's say अगर हम B को 1 लेते हैं, so it is 3. If you take B is equal to 2, so it will be 36 into 3 into 2. So we can say the number is 37. This portion is, so the total number is 1000a plus 37 into 3b. Okay, so that is the condition we will get. Now it is saying that the condition should be that the number is divisible by a. It should be divisible by a, right? How it is divisible by a? This part is already divisible by a. This part should be divisible by a. देखो ये पार्ट जो है ये तो ऑलरेडी डिविजिबल है, इसे हमें बनाना है डिविजिबल बाय a. Now it should be divisible by a. Now 37 is not divisible by a because a is a single digit number. So 3b should be divisible by a. That is the condition for which the number is going to be divisible by a. So a triple b will be divisible by a. So know one thing, the special properties like 111, okay, 111 is 37 into 3. Another number is 1001, which is 7 into 11 into 13. इस पे भी एक बार previous that में question आया था. Please check it out. You can get question like this. Let's say a number is of this format ABC, ABC. That number is divisible by 7, 11, and 13. If a number is of this format BBB, it is divisible by 37 and 3. So these are two important numbers, and there have been questions from these in the past. Well, let's move on to the next question. Question on geometry. So we are given a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at B. Two circles each of radius R are drawn inside the triangle such a way that one of them touches AB and BC while the other one touches AC and BC. The two circles also touch each other and it is shown in the image. If AB is equal to 18 and BC is equal to 24, find the value of R. So we need to find the value of R in this circle. Okay, we need to find the radius of these circles. So we'll have to do some construction in this and then find the radius of the circles. So let's say, see, this circle is touching it. So this is going to be, this is tangent, right? So circle say perpendicular distance ho jata hai, right? So we know that if it is a tangent, it is perpendicular. This will also be perpendicular. This is along the same plane. Okay, so basic tangency things one must know, right? Now let us see that what we can do in this question, and this will also be a perpendicular. Okay, so thoda bahut right angle triangle, some construction is needed in this. So let us say the radius is r. So this is also r. From this point till this point it is r. This is also r. Now from this point till this point it is 3r, right? And from this point till this point it is r. Okay, अब क्या करते हैं, एक there is, let us say this point is, let us say x. So we will find the length of ax. ठीक है, ax क्या हो जाएगा, ax square is equal to, or let's put some points y and z also, right? So x square is ay square plus xy square. That is also equal to az square plus xz square. So we just need to put the value of r and the given distances to find the lengths. Right, now this is r total is 18, ax will be, ay will be 18 minus r. xy is already 3r, r and r. So that is 3r. Az is how much? Now this is 3r. A bit of calculation is needed. So AC will be 30 because 18, 24, 3 ratio 4 ratio 5 triangle, right? So that is 18, 24, 30. ये 30 हो गया. Now see this thing. This is 18 minus r. AZ is also going to be 18 minus r. I mean not 18 minus r. See this is 3r. So this is 24 minus 3r. This part is ZC will be 24 minus 3r. कैसे निकलेगा? Because C point है common point and they are tangent to the same circle. So this length is going to be this length. So if this is 24 minus 3r, कैसे निकला? Total was 24. This part is 3r. So 24 minus 3r, this will also be 24 minus 3r. Now AZ will be 30 minus 24 minus 3r. So we can say it becomes 3r plus 6. Add kar lo. So this is 30. So AZ is 3r plus 6. 3r plus 6 ka whole square plus xz is already r. So a bit of construction and the knowledge of Pythagorean triples will help us solve this question. Next is squaring this. We will get r square minus 36r plus 324 plus 9r square equals to 3r plus 6. 3r square is 9r square. And we have 18. 18 into 2, 36r plus 6 square is 36 plus r square. Okay. So, 9r square gets cancelled. R square also gets cancelled. So, we have 36r and we will take it this side. It will become 72r. And when we bring it this side, it becomes 288. Or we will get r is equal to 4. So a core geometry question requiring the concept of uh, triangles and encircle everything. So a tough question of geometry. So only a conceptually sound person can do this question with proper constructions. Okay, definitely a one that should have been skipped in the examination. A king has distributed all his rare jewels in three boxes. The first box contains one third of the rare jewels. The second box contains k upon 5 of the rare jewels for some positive value of k. So, first has one third, second could have one fifth, or it could be 2 by 5 or 3 by 5, etc. Okay, and the third box has 66 rare jewels. We need to find how many rare jewels does the king have, right? Now, if you do this, we will get total as 8 by 11, 8 by 15. So remaining will be 7 by 15, right? So if you add 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5, that is 5 plus 6, 11 by 15. Remaining will be 4 by 15, right? Now, if you take 1 by 3 plus 3 by 5, that will be 14 by 15. Okay. Remaining will be 1 by 15. Now, if you take the next value of k, it will be greater than 1. So, if you add 4 by 5, that is 80%, right? And this is 33%, it will be greater than 1. So, that is not possible. So, we have these as the possible values of k, right? Now, these are the possible values. Remaining is this. Remaining is given as 66. There go. 7 by 15, 60 is 6 of n. Let us say a person has n jewels. Right. We will not get an integer value here. So this can be eliminated. If you see 66 into 15 by 4, not divisible. So it can be eliminated. So this is the only possible. So n is equal to 66 into 15, that is 990 joules. So this is based on number system, easy question to solve. Okay, definitely someone should have done this because lengthwise a short question and like could have been done. So basic numerical logic was needed here, and like if you attempted this, you should have got this question right in the examination. So definitely something that one must have attempted. So there are some doable questions also, like we saw this example. Let's now next check the next question, which is on a caselet. It says Aman has come to the market with rupees 100. If he buys 5 kilograms of cabbage and 4 kilograms of potato, he will have rupees 20 left. So that means 80 rupees ka gaya. So 5 cabbage plus 4 potato is equal to 80 rupees. Or else if he buys 4 kilograms of cabbage, 4 cabbage plus 5 kilograms of onion, he will have 7 left. That means the price is 93. Right? So that is the condition given to us. So we need to find the values of the cost of these items. The per kilogram prices of cabbage, onion, and potato are positive integers, right, in rupees. And any type of these vegetables can only be purchased in positive integer kilogram. So you can only buy in kilograms, and also that you need to have like also it is also given that it can be bought in positive integers. So basically we need to find the cost of these items, right? Now first equation, we are given that cabbage is, it is going to be a multiple of 5 and the total is also multiple of 5. So p should be a multiple of 5, right? So p can be 5, can be 10, can be 15 also, right? And 20 is not possible because if you make it 20, this will be 0. So that is from the first equation we got that p is a multiple of 5. Now the next thing that is given to us is 4c plus 5o is 93. So 5o will end in either, like we are talking about the last digit. Okay. Can be 5 or 0. So this should be the last digit, should be 8 or 3. Now we cannot have the last digit as 3 because it is an even number. So that means the last digit is 8 and the last digit is 5. Right? So last digit is 8. That means cabbage can have a cost of 2, 7, 12. It can also be 17 and 22. So that is the cost of cabbage. Now we will have to do some combination check and find out which of the following values will fit into this scenario. So if you put cabbage is equal to 2, so this will be 10 and 4p is 70. Not possible, isn't it? So first case, like not possible. If you put cabbage as 7, that will be 35 and 4p is 45. Again, not possible. If you put cabbage as 12, so this is 60 and 20, possible. That is one possibility. 17 means we will get 85. Okay, that is not possible. So these are not possible values. So we get only one possible value, which is this. Like cabbage is 12 and potato is 5. So cabbage is 12 rupees, potato is 5 rupees, and onions we will find using this relation. So it says 4 cabbage. 4 cabbage means 48 and 5 onion. 5 onion means 45. So onion will be 9 rupees. So 12, 5 and 9, these are the cost, right? Now we are given that maximum quantity he has to come in the market and he decides to buy only onion, and whatever maximum quantity he can buy, how much money will be left with him? Money left nikalna, right? So onion is 9 rupees and he has 100 rupees with him. So he can buy 9 onions, 11 onions of 99 rupees, 11 kg onions. 9 rupees is the cost. He can buy maximum 99 rupees. So he will be left with 1 rupee with himself. So the answer is 1 rupees. Okay. Next question is that Aman decides to buy only onion and potato, both in positive integer kilogram, in such a way that the money left with him after the purchase will be insufficient to buy a full kilogram of either of the two vegetables. If all such permissible combinations of purchases are equally likely, what is the probability that Aman buys more onion than potato? Okay, so definitely a question worth skipping. So let's see potato 5, onion 9. He has to buy only onion and potato, right? And both in positive integers. So he cannot have one thing as zero in such a way that the money left will be insufficient to buy a full kilogram of either of the two variables vegetables. So that means money left should be less than 5 rupees so that he cannot buy potato, right? So we need to find all these combinations and find the probability that Aman buys more onion than potato. Okay, so let's start with maximizing the potato. So if he buys, he can buy potato of an onion of, he can buy potato of 90 rupees. So onion he will have to buy of 9 rupees. Okay, so quantity we will write. Quantity we will figure out later. First, let us find the numerical combinations because quantity wise combination it will be difficult to make. Think number wise. 90 plus 9. If you buy a potato of 85 rupees, onion of 9, he will still have 6 rupees left. So cannot have this combination. If he buys potato of 18, 80 and 18, that is a possibility. 75, 18 not possible. 70 and 27 is a possibility. Okay, less than the amount left should be like, or money left less than 5, that means spent is greater than 95. Okay, spent should be greater than 95. That combination we need to think. So if you make it 65, he will make 36 or 27, not possible. So he will make 60 and 36, that is possibility. Can he make 55? 55 plus 45. Okay, 55 plus 45 is a combination, right? 55 rupees plus 45, he's spending all 100 rupees. 50, if he makes, he will be left with 5 rupees, he can still buy the potatoes. So he will not make 50. If he makes potatoes worth 45, okay, so he has to make worth 54. Then 40 and 54 is not possible. 35 and 63, right? Then 30 will not be possible. Like if you see the same logic that we have been following. So it will be 25 and 72. One more case, right? And then if we make 20 and 72 is 90, 81 will cross 100. So 20 is not possible. 15 and 81 is a possibility. And then he can have 15 and 81. 10 and 90 is another possibility. Potatoes worth 10 rupees, onion worth 90 rupees, right? And the last possibility would be 5 rupees and no such 5 and 90 will make again possibility for a like consumption of buying of potatoes. So these are the combinations. So first of all, we'll find the combinations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 are the total cases. A quite calculation intensive question. I did this attempt this question in the examination, but not worth attempting. Now the thing is, probability that Aman buys more onion than potato, right? In this case, he's buying more onion because like we route the price. Quantity bhi nikal jayegi. This will be 10 and this is 2 kgs, right? So he's buying more. This is also more, 9 and this is 3 kgs. This is also more. This is 8 kgs and 5 kgs. Right? So this is more. Now this is 7 and 7 kg. Isn't it? 7 and 7 kg. If we are spending 35, that means we are buying 7 and this is 7. So we will not count it. And going forward, it will decrease. Like ये 6 हो जाएगा और ये 9 हो जाएगा. So these cases we will anyway, like there is an equilibrium, right? Beyond this only we will be counting the values. So 3 are favorable cases out of 10. Hence the probability is 3 by 10. So a very difficult question. First of all, in this, one should have attempted the first question. This was not worth attempting. Okay, काफी difficult question था. All right, so here's the next question. It is based on Venn diagrams. Okay, so let's read this question. It says that there are 41 applicants. They have been shortlisted for interview for some data analyst positions. There are some expertise in one or more fields, and these are the three things: data analysis, data handling, and coding. It says the numbers of applicants with different advanced expertise are given in this table. The number of applicants with advanced expertise in all three is given as x, and x is a non-negative integer. Okay, that is given to us, and we need to find the value of x. So, typical Venn diagram question. Let's make the arrangement. So we have three categories. One category is data analysis, another is database handling, and the third category is coding. Right? So whenever you have to fill a Venn diagram, you should fill the overlapping region first. Right? So overlapping region, that means this, it needs to be filled first. X fill kar diya. Data analysis and coding is 6. Data analysis coding 6. This is X, so this will be 6 minus X, so that this total portion is 6. Okay. Next is database handling and coding is 3. Database handling and coding. So we will put 3 minus X, right? And similarly, this will be 2 minus X. Now we need to find data analysis is 12. So this entire circle of data analysis, this is 12. Okay, ये पूरा 12 करना है. So this is minus x plus x gets cancelled. Minus x, we need to put plus x, right? We need to put plus x, and then we have 2 plus 6, 8. 8 में हमें कितना ऐड करना है? 4 more ऐड करना है. So x plus 4. So that it becomes 12. Similarly, database handling is 5. So this is 2 minus x, x and 3 minus x, right? So we need to move x to cancel out x. Minus x plus x cancel हो जाएगा, minus x. 2 plus 3 is 5. This portion is 3. Coding is 7. And we need to put x here to cancel out the positive and negative values of x. This is 6 plus 3, 9. We will put 2. So x minus 2, so that it gets cancelled, right? Now we need to find the value of x. Now x, if you put 0, what will happen if you put x equal to 0? So the options are given 1, 0, 1, 2 combination of that. अगर आप x 0 put करोगे, so this will be negative, right? So x cannot be 0. If you put x equal to 1, this will again be negative. So x cannot be 1 also, right? So only value that remains is 2. For 2, this will be 0, and this will also be 0, and the only value of x, that is 2. So a key solution hoga x equal to 2. Right, so this is what we will get. Now the next question is, how many applicants did not have advanced expertise in any of the three given fields? Right, so we'll go back to the Venn diagram. We will put x equal to 2 here and solve it. So x equal to 2 put karte hain. So this is 2, this is 2, 3 minus x is 1, this is 0, 4, 6, 0. So count this total: 12 plus 3, 15. So 15 people have expertise. There are 41 applicants. 15 के पास expertise है. 26 do not have any expertise. So the answer is 26 people. Typical question on Venn diagrams. Okay, so a proper concept of Venn diagram tested in this problem. So a couple of questions from this topic. Let's move on to the next question. Before we move on, please don't forget to like this video, and if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe to the channel as well. If you are preparing for XAT, you can take our mock test. We are providing 5 full-length mocks and 20 decision-making tests. And you will have video solutions for QADI. If you have been watching this video, so you know that how well our solutions would be. I myself will be creating the video solutions of QADI section. Now, this is the next question, interesting one. It says the upper hinge of a data set is the median of all the values to the right of the median of the data set in an ascending arrangement, while the lower hinge of the data set is the median of all the values to the left of the median of the data set in the same arrangement, right? So, you have, let's say, a data set. This is the median value. So, whatever values are present here, if you take the median of this, so that is called upper hinge, and if you take the median of these values, this is the lower hinge. Okay, these are also called quartiles. Now, what is given to us is that now, if you did not understand through the sentence written over here, we are also given the example, right? So, if this is the data set, first of all, we will arrange in ascending order. It will become 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so it has 7 elements. If there are 7 elements, that means median is fourth element. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you what is median. If you have odd number of terms, if you have odd terms, then median is n plus 1 by 2 term. So let's say if you have 11 terms, right, that means median will be the sixth term. Okay, and if you have even terms, then median is n by 2 and n plus 1 by 2 ka average. So let us say if you have 12 terms, so it will be the average of 6th and 7th term. So that is what is meant by the median. So let's apply this rule and find out the, let's understand this. Median is the fourth term, so this is the median. Okay. Now there are 3 terms here. So 3 terms ka median will be the second one. So this is the lower hinge, and this is your upper hinge. Okay, so they have explained through an example also. So upper hinge is the median of 4, 6, 7, that is 6, and lower hinge is the median of 2, 2, 3, which is 2. Right. Now they are given that a student had to survey 13 of teachers and recorded their work experience in integer values. Two of the values recorded by the students got smudged. Okay, so two of those values were smudged, and she cannot recall those values. Okay, so she cannot find those things, and all she remembers is that those two values were unequal and a is less than b. So there are two values a and b which are missing, and a is less than b. The remaining values are 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the remaining values. So first of all, let us put the remaining values and we will try to insert a and b. So the values are 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16, 19, 21, 21, 27, and 29. Right? The student also remembers the following summary measures. Minimum value is 2. So these are the missing values. So one of the missing values has to be 2 because that is the minimum given to us. Right? That is one of the values. So that is definitely A. And some other things are given to us. That is lower hinge, median, upper hinge, and maximum. So maximum is fine. Now if there are 13 values, then the median will be 7th value. Median is 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So median can be 12 here, right? Other possibilities. So median is 7th value, and so there are 6 values to left of median and 6 values to the right of median. Okay, so lower hinge will be 6 values. We need to take, this is even number, average of third and fourth. So lower hinges, average of third and fourth. Here we have 6 values, average of third and fourth. So upper hinges, third and fourth after 7. So that is 10th and 11th का average निकाल. Okay, so we get that the lower hinge is average of third and fourth value and upper hinge is average of 10th and 11th value. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 it is fitting, isn't it? So this is the lower hinge. So minimum ठीक है, lower hinge ठीक है. Upper hinge is 21. So 1 2 3 this is 10th and 11th value, 13th 12th 11 and 10. So their average is 21. So that is this is lower hinge and upper hinge. Okay, so these are done. So these values are fitting. Median is 12, right? Median is 12. Now what does that mean is we need to find the value of b. So seventh term is 12. Now these are sixth term. So if you put b as 12, this will be the seventh term. Okay. So b can go up to 12. अगर आपको b यहाँ पे insert करना है, so we have to put b is equal to 12 because this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So b can be 12 also, and b can be on the left hand side also. Like suppose we have b this side. Okay, so this should be the seventh term because if you count from this side 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so b has to be the seventh term and 8 is already a term, right? So basically b is you can say that b has to be max is 12. It can be less than 12 also. Okay, it can be less than 12 but not less than 8 because less than 7. So b is from 7 to 12 because अगर आप b 7 से छोटा कर दोगे the lower hinge will be hampered. Okay, so lower hinge we cannot change, so b is from 7 to 12. Okay, so we get we will get b is from 7 to 12. So that is what we will get from this given information. A tough statistics based question. First of all, lower hinge upper hinge ये लोगों के समझ में नहीं आएगा, let alone be finding these individual values. So b is from 7 to 12. Now the question is which of the following is a possible value of b? So the answer is 8. Okay, next question is based on the information recorded, which of the following can be the average work experience of the 13 teachers? Okay. Now, one thing is clear, we can eliminate. This was an easy question compared to the previous one. The reason being, there are 13 people and these are integer values. Okay, those two in integer years. So 13 average है, integer से multiply करेंगे, so these two cannot be the averages. So it has to be 12, 13, 14. Okay, let's do one thing. We know a is equal to 2. B can be from 7 to 12 and we need to add these values. बाकी add कर लेते हैं 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. So that is 26, 38, 54, 73, 94, 94 plus 50, 144, 171. So 171 is the sum of these numbers. A is 2, yeah, plus 7 to 12. So that means 180 to 185. Right, now 13 values हैं, sum आना चाहिए 180 to 185, right? 12 into 14, 13 is 156, it cannot be the average. 13 is 169, cannot be the average. So only what is possible is 14 into 13, which is 180. So in that case we can find the value of b also. So b will be 9 in that scenario. So the average can only be 14, the only integer value can be average. All right, so let's see the next one. While rechecking her original notes to re-enter the smudged values of A and B in the records, the student found that one of the 11 recorded value of work experience was that did not get smudged was recorded wrongly as half of its correct value. So one of the values which was wrong is recorded half. It is not that smudged value. Okay. After re-entering the values of A and B, the correct wrongly recorded and correcting the recorded value, she calculated the summary measures. The recorded average is 15. So a bit of things to consider here is One of these values is half. What did you do? Incorrect to half को. Right, one of the values is incorrectly put as half. Right, A and B की condition वही सही है. And the average is given as 12. Right. Now, how do we figure out the value of B in this case? Right. So we figured out the total was 171. Okay. A was 2 and B is not known. B is 7 to 12. Right. That is what we know. Now the average is 15. So total is 15 into 13, which is 195. Now this is 173, right? And if you take B, so 120, 173, adding B will make it total as 182, 185. That was the total, right? Now a value has been doubled. So that incorrect value should be between, that correct total is 195. Right? That means the incorrect value should be from 15 to 10. So it should be between 15 to 10. And that is the only value that fits here is 12. Okay? So only value that will fit here is 12. That can only be doubled. Okay? Incorrect value should be 12. Now if you increase, instead of 12 you make it 24. So what will happen? The sum will go up by uh, 12. Now this, instead of 171, this will be 183. A will be equal to 2. This is the correct one. The sum has gone up by 12. It becomes 183. A is equal to 2. We need to make 195. So B will be equal to 10 in this case. So that is the answer. So this was one of the most difficult sets in the examination. First of all, involving statistics, and a lot of calculations were involved in this problem. All right, so let's move on to the next question. This is probably an easy one. Easy because many people are already aware of cricket, and if not, the calculations were quite simple. It says a T20 cricket match consists of two teams playing 20 overs each, numbered 1 to 20. The runs scored in any over is non-negative integer. Okay, so non-negative integer means it can be 0 or positive number. Okay. The run rate at the end of any over is the average runs scored up to and including that over. That is, the run rate at the end of kth over is the average number of runs scored in an over numbered 1 to so until k, where k is less than or equal to 20 and k is a positive integer. So what is run rate? Run rate is runs upon number of overs. So let us say after 6 overs, the run rate is, let's say, 7.5. So total runs will be, multiply 7.5 by 6, total runs will be 45. Okay. So we are given that run rate of a team up to 2 decimal places, where like this is n overs, n minus 2 overs, n overs, and so on till n plus 6 overs. Okay. So that is what is given to us, and based on it we need to find that the value of n and answer these questions. This was an easy one because you will be easily able to figure out. See, n is 7.43. 7.43 किसमें आता है? Like if you have something ending in 0.43 is basically 3 by 7. So can we guess it as 7? 1 by 9 is 0.11. So it is fitting in this context, right? And this will be 11 in that case and 13 in this case. So 1 by 11 is 0.09. 5 by 11 is going to be 0.45, fitting in this context. Okay. And 1 by 13 is 0.08. Okay. So fitting in this context also. So we will like by basic doing the basic fractions related to the integers, we can guess the value of n as 7. Okay. So n as 7, what we can do it is n is 7. So 5 over 7 rate is 45. So total is 40. 7, 9, 11, and 13. 1308, 5, 11, 8, 88 plus 5, 93. Then 9 overs, it is 72 plus 1, 73. 7, 7, 49 plus 3 is 52. So this is what we will get. Right, so it is an easy one. Value of n is 7. And now we need to find the number of runs. So first question is easy. Second and third would require some calculation. In which of these pairs of over numbers the team could have scored 22 runs in total? Okay. So after 5 overs, the runs are 40, 7, 9, 11, and 13. The runs are given to us. This was 108. This is 52. And then 9 overs it is 73, 11 overs it is 93. Right? Now another condition that is given to us is team did not score less than 6 runs and more than 20, 15 runs in any over. So the runs scored are 6 to 15. Yeah, runs scored in any over is 6 to 15. Now this is 40. So the only possibility is after 6 overs it will be 46. Okay. After 8 overs we cannot determine. After 10 overs we cannot determine. After 12 overs we can say that it is going to be 99. 6 runs he was 6 and 6, that is the minimum, right? So the question is, in which of these pairs of overs the team could have scored 22 runs in total? So 6 and 7 overs, see 5 overs it was 40. In 6 and 7 overs they would score 12 runs. Okay. 8 and 9 overs, 7 overs it is 52, 8 and 9 they would score 21 runs. 9 overs it is 73, they will score 20 runs. So these three we can eliminate. 7 and 8 overs, so 7th over is 6, right? 8 over can make it max 15. 15 max, that is max 21, which is not possible. So by elimination, we can say that 9th and 10th over, they can possibly score 22 runs. Because in all others, like 6 and 7 we can find, because we know the total up to 5 overs. We can find 6 and 7 overs, how much they scored. We know the total up to 7 overs, we can tell how much they scored in 8th and 9th over. Now, option 2 says 7th and 8th over. So, 7th over, we know that they scored 6 runs. They can score max 15 runs. So, max 21 can happen over here, which is not possible. So, only possibility is 9 and 10. It is saying could have scored. So, it is not a definite answer. We need to tell. So, basically, we need to eliminate other options. In which of the following over numbers the team must have scored the least number of runs? See, based on the information, we know that in 7th over they scored 6 runs. 12th and 13th over also they scored 6 runs, but that is not in the options. So among the following overs in 7th score over they scored 6 runs. So the last question was easy, the first question was easy, the second question required some understanding. Okay, let's now move on to the next one, the next set. It says a store offers a choice of 5 different discount coupons to its customers, described as follows. There is coupon A, it gives flat discount of 250 on a minimum spend of 1200 in one transaction. Coupon B gives 15% discount on minimum spend of 500 in one transaction up to a maximum discount of 300. C, D and E. So different discount schemes are given to us. So we'll have to see that which of these discount schemes need to be applied. So first question says that we are given that like 4 customers used 4 different discount schemes for the discount coupon for the respective transactions in such a way that they obtained a total discount of 710. Which discount coupon was not used? So 4 discount coupons have been used, one is not used. Okay, so we need to take which is possible. So A, one can get 250 or 0. या तो 250 होगा या 0 होगा. So let's see this. From B, 15% discount, minimum spend of 500. So minimum 75 discount over, like it can be zero also. 75 to maximum is 300. So it can go up to 300. In C, a person can get 100 as a discount or zero. So we are considering that they are getting a discount. 10% discount, 25 it will start and will go up to 100. And fourth, it is a flat discount which is 50 rupees. So we need to tell that a person used 4 coupons to get a total of 710 discount. Which of these coupons was not used? Now 710 is considerably a significant number. Let's use these two values. So 250 plus 300 itself gives us 550. So दो coupon तो use हो जाएंगे. These two will definitely be used. We need to make 160 more. Okay, so we can take 100 this, like if you do not take, let's say we do not take C, so we cannot make 160, so we have to take C also. So if we take C also, we need to make 60 more rupees. अब 60 कैसे बन सकता है? One of these is not used, right? If you use E, you can make only 50, so you have to take a discount of 60 on this and you will not use coupon E. So the answer is the person did not use coupon E, and rest 4 coupons, the person got a total discount of 710 rupees. 4 customers used 4 different coupons and nobody used any discount coupon suboptimally. Basically, a discount coupon is if using another discount coupon could have resulted in a higher discount for the same transaction. The minimum combined spend before application of any discount, right? So you need to choose the best 4 coupons. We need to find the minimum combined spend, right? Now there are some flat discount as well as some discount which are using these combinations, right? So we need to see that whether the person will go for the flat discount or will go for the percentage ones. Now the person has to use 4 discounts. So first is like if you consider this 250 on 1200, that is somewhere 21% discount. Okay, so the person will ideally choose this. This is 15% discount. This is 10%. These are percentage wise, these are fixed. 100 on 600 will be 16.67% discount, right? And here 50 on 200, that is 25% discount. So this is high percentage discount. So the person will prefer this discount, this discount. So ideally a person would avoid coupon D because coupon D is giving only 10% discount, right? So the person will try to get that best of possible discount, right? And what we need to do is we need to find the minimum combined spend. Okay? So coupon A say the person will get a discount of flat 250. So coupon A minimum the person should spend 1200, because if the person spends more than 1200, suppose a person spends 2000, okay, discount is flat 250 only, so his net discount will be 12.5% only. So if he increases the amount, the net discount is going to go low, so he will use the minimum possible value. So you need to think logically कि अगर आपको बेस्ट एक्सट्रैक्ट करना है, you will try to use the minimum possible threshold limit beyond which you start getting the discount. So A minimum will be 1200. B, there is 15% discount. So above B and D, the person would prefer B and will spend 500 rupees. Yes, so इसमें 15% लग जाएगा. No, not, we need to minimize the spend. In C, there is 600. So the person will spend 600 on coupon C. And for coupon E, the person has to spend 200 minimum, because beyond that the percentage effectiveness will be less. Like if the person spends, let us say 500 and gets 50 rupees discount, so that is 10% discount only. So we need to minimize the spend. 17 plus 8, 2500. So that is the discount, and 2500 will be the minimum spend. So good question. Let's see the next one. A family wanted to purchase four products worth rupees 1000 each and another product worth rupees 300. They were told that they could pay for the five products through one or more transactions in any way they wanted as long as the purchase amount of any one product would not get split into two different transactions, and use the same discount coupon repeatedly for separate transactions if they offer more than one transaction. Okay, maximum discount they could have obtained from their purchase. Now, if they have to get the maximum discount, they will try to use a combination, because if you use the same strategy, like we figured about this thing, like we said that percentage wise it was high and this was 25% discount, right? It was a high discount on 200, but these are flat 15% discount. So one way is you go by 15% discount. Total spend is one is this 4300 ka 15%. 15,345, 4 carries 64, 645. One is possibility if you go for single discount, right? But we will try to make some combination and get it. So 645 is one of the options, and very likely people are going to mark that as a possible answer. But we will try to extract the best out of it. Okay. So how do we extract the best? See, there is a flat discount of now this is 16.67 when it is a spend of 600 rupees. But as we go high, we cannot spend just 600, right? But अगर हम इसे 1000 spend कर देंगे, so this will be effectively 10% only, right? So that is not a good choice. Flat discount of 250 on a minimum spend of 1200. If we make it 1300, okay, still it could be a good choice. Like we will get a discount of 250, which is roughly 20%. So it's a good choice because we cannot spend like individually, or we can make 300 plus 1000 together. Okay, so its effectiveness will go this, right. So now if you look at the next thing, that is coupon D. So coupon D anyway is 10%, so you will not go for it, right. Next, if you see coupon E, 50%, 50 rupees on 200. So effectively it is 25%, but you cannot spend 200. So if you make 300, then in that case 50 rupees on 300 is 16.67%. So ideally this is also like for 300 it is making sense, but for higher values it is just 16.67%, and this is roughly 20%. So either we can go in multiples of 1000 and we need to get 100 also. So the best overall long term discount is that 15% discount. So this we will have to choose. Okay, overall 15% discount there. So what we will do is, and on 1300 we will use coupon A, because coupon A will give us on 1300 it will be 20% discount. But if you use 2000 rupees on it, so 2000 by 250 is 12.5%. So you'll be judicious in choosing the discount. We will use, देखो 3000 rupees के लिए we will use coupon B. Okay, so basically we will use 1000 पे coupon B use कर लेंगे. So we will get a discount of 150. Another 1000 we will buy. Like, see, we do not have to split a bill, so we can make 3000 directly. Okay, let's say the products are A, B, C, D, E. See, it says that you can buy multiple products, right? Five products through one or more transactions in any way they wanted, as long as the purchase amount of any one product would not get split into two different transactions. So you buy products ABC using coupon B, right? So you will get a discount of 450, right? Then D and E, this is 1000 rupees and this is 300 rupees. We will club them and use coupon A. So 1300 we will use coupon A. This was a tough question, and coupon A will give us a flat discount of 250. So discount in this case will be 250. Right, so we will get two different discounts. One, a total of 450 when we combine ABC together, and another discount if we have like 250. So the total discount that we will get is of 700 rupees. So combining these, we will get a discount of 700. That is the maximum possible discount we can get. Okay, so that is the solution to this question. A difficult one and should have been skipped. One of the two questions, this previous one was again a tough one. This was a doable one, like 710 wala kiya ja sakta. So in some of the sets, it was about solving one or two questions and attempting it partial. If you are preparing for XAT and are looking for a course, we have a crash course running for XAT, and in this you will get classes for all the sections, and 5 mocks and 20 DM tests and grammar course. So it will be helpful for your preparation for this examination. The link is given in the description of this video. You can enroll in the course. And in case you are preparing for CAT 25-26, so we are launching a complete CAT plus OMIT batch, and it will be a self-paced batch. Okay, so it is not going to be like live classes, it will have recorded classes. So it will have recorded concept videos, solved questions, basics to advanced, and topic-wise test and doubt resolution group. And we will have periodic live sessions according to the doubts. And it will cover grammar and vocab for VA, so that it will help you for other exams also. And in OMIT, specific topics like syllogisms, blood relations, etc. will be covered in this course. The price is just 15,000 for the first 100 students. That is 12,000. So if you wish to enroll, you can make the purchase. Okay. So let's. In case you are targeting XAT, we have full length mocks and decision making tests. And in the full length mocks, there are video solutions for QADI, which I have created the solutions. So you can check them out, and the link is given in the description of this video. So this is it. This was a solution for XAT 2024 quant section, and it was a tough one. And I hope you found these solutions valuable. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content on MBA preparation.